fundamentally disagree. I think I have a right to live just like you have a right to live.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
and obviously, if you tried to enact your vision, we would war against.
Second address 1519. I done seen in my dreams. Our word, we really trust that. And we glory in tribulation. Who should we feel? Messiah coming back. We can feel it in the air. We glory in tribulation. Who should we feel? The Ruach HaKodesh. We can feel it right here.
What if we said, what are you, one of those white cops? See that? You see what I'm saying? Right. What are you, one of those white cops?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I get you.
That would feel kind of, right?
Fair enough. Dismissive.
Right.
I get you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, get Isaiah 14:1 real quick.
Isaiah 14:1.
Y'all used to read the Bible in Catholic church?
Sure.
Y'all knew y'all had a Bible, right?
Yeah. Usually, there's 3 readings, right?
You read, so you believe in justice?
Injustice.
You believe in justice?
Sure. Yeah.
Justice. Okay. Read this.
The book of
Give me
Isaiah,
Colossians 3:25.
chapter 14, verse 1.
Read.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Right. So, what we telling the people, what we showing the people through Bible prophecy is that so-called black people that y'all brought over here on slave ships are not black people.
Yeah.
We're the lost tribes of Israel, stolen from our homeland. We're looking at the children of God, man. God's chosen people, man. Right? So read this again.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel.
So that's why we're here, because the Lord was mad at us. So he put us in your possession to punishment. You know, it's a great punishment to be looked down upon by people like you. But what? Read.
And set them in their own land.
So he's going to reward us again. He's going to take away this punishment. Everybody know about the 400-year prophecy. Even Donald Trump said.
Okay.
Yeah, 400 years.
I wouldn't necessarily interpret.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Because everybody knows about karma. So what we just had to do, y'all about to have to do. Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right?
And the people shall take them.
We're going to take y'all. Whoever we want, whoever we choose, we're going to take. Read.
And bring them to their place.
We're going to take you to our land. Read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
We're going to change. For what?
In the land of the Lord.
For what?
For service.
Now you're going to be the servant. Read.
And handmaids.
And the handmaid. Read.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Right, so that's a reversal. So you're going to be captive. And like, you know, I know y'all like to get us in the back of the car. Y'all like to 20, 25 of y'all dogpile us because Jake naturally stronger. Because if it was 1-1, it'd be no contest.
Okay.
So y'all need like 20, 25.
Right.
And that makes you feel good.
Okay.
Makes you feel real good, don't it? Well, give me
Colossians
3:25.
chapter 3 and verse 25.
Read that.
But he that doeth wrong
So
shall
the Lord
receive.
said, he that doeth wrong, right? So you all about justice. We all about justice. We love justice.
Mm-hmm.
We hate injustice.
Okay.
We love justice. Read that again.
But he that doeth wrong.
So if you take people into slavery, captivity, right? Rape, rob, murder, read.
Shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
That's what they call karma. So that's what we out
You
here
mind if
doing.
I ask you guys a question?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, just in the meaning of dialogue back and forth.
Go ahead.
Okay? So right, my parents are immigrants to this country.
Mm-hmm.
They're from Ireland.
Right.
So obviously they didn't enslave anyone. They've been working on potato farms for the last 1,000 years, right? So how do you view that, right? Because obviously one wants to be taken as an individual. One has to take history into account, right? Just as there were many tribes in Africa, right? How many languages are spoken? Hundreds, right? I couldn't even give you an accurate count on how many hundreds of languages.
Right.
Many more were lost, right, during colonization.
Right.
Obviously, there has to be distinctions made. All white people are not made the same, right? Europe is a complicated place, just like Africa is a complicated place.
That's a good
right?
question. Give me Genesis 25 and 23 because ultimately y'all all descend. You all got the same father at the end of the day.
Well, we all have the same father.
No, we all come from Adam, but then you got, you know, like you said, you got tribes and nationalities, you got groups. So your father's Esau.
Wouldn't the goal eventually just to be to recognize us as all human beings, all cousins, then all one people? Actually, wouldn't that be the goal?
That's what it should have been.
Okay.
That's how it could have been.
Okay.
But
you think
listen,
that's impossible?
It is impossible because you got a group of people on the face of the earth that they don't get along with nothing. Not only with people, they don't get along with nature. They don't get along with nothing. They chemtrail the sky. They cut down all the forests. They hunt animals for fun, majestic animals.
Yeah.
They come to lands and say they come in peace, but then they kill the people and put them on reserves. Then they go to other places.
How are we supposed to live in community with one another as a human race?
Well,
when
you got a virus, you have to get rid of the virus.
Okay.
That's what has to happen. The virus has to be taken off the earth for the earth to be once at peace again.
So let me just get you right. Is the virus white people? Is the virus a attitude? What is the virus?
The virus is Caucasians, man.
Okay.
So-called
there
Edomites.
We're obviously going to fundamentally disagree. I think I have a right to live just like you have a right to live.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
and obviously, if you tried to enact your vision, we would war against one another, right? I have a family. I need to protect my family. That doesn't seem like a place where we could find common ground. That sounds like retribution to me. I totally got your point earlier, and I apologize if I offended you about calling you black Muslims. Obviously, I just read Malcolm X's biography, okay? So, and that's how it was referred to in that book. You know, obviously things have changed, but you know, if it's just going to be racial retribution rather than coming to terms with history,
Well, the thing is,
obviously,
you
I
believe
can't
in
really
this
have
book?
a conversation with you.
Well, you believe in this book, you said earlier, right?
Sure.
You believe in the God of this book,
I believe in the God of
the
this
God of the
book.
universe.
Yeah.
So the retribution is his.
Sure.
See, we're not finna like create an army.
Right.
I mean, that's impossible.
Right.
To try to take down the so-called, in quotes, the so-called white man
Yeah.
and take over the earth. That's never gonna happen for anybody. The thing is this.
Yeah.
God already spoke the prophecy in this book.
Okay.
And it is what it is. Just like he spoke our slavery to you guys in this same book. And
So-
it happened, it came to pass. You see what I'm saying?
I
so
get you.
it ain't really, your beef would be with the Most High God.
I don't
Not
have any
with-
beef. It's just about
What I'm
having
just
a
saying-
conversation. you
No,
know,
that's what I'm
right?
saying.
Yeah.
Your beef with the idea of retribution is what I'm
Sure.
talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
that's with the Most High God. That's not gonna be with man, and that's what you have to like. Not just you, but the so-called Chinese man, the so-called Arab man,
Yeah.
even the African man, and he got dark skin like us, right?
Yeah.
Even he got it coming for him.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. We have to.
I get you.
It's just what it is, and we're reading it. That's why Kyrie Irving had the problem.
Sure.
Because he figured out who he was too. He figured
he's
out.
on the process of self-discovery.
Well,
It's very
he
interesting.
figured out
Yeah.
who he was. He's
Yeah.
the same thing we're the Israelites.
Yeah, well, he's even more
You know what I
multicultural,
mean?
right? He has a Native American mother or grandmother.
Well,
right?
so look
Yeah.
at the chart. Look at the chart here. Let's check out the chart here. You say he has a Native American grandmother. Bring this down a little bit.
I see that. Yeah, one of the tribes.
You see
there.
it right here?
Okay.
That's called Gad.
Yeah.
The Seminole Indians rule. See, these are 12 tribes of Israel. Have you
Yeah.
heard of the 12 tribes of Israel?
I've heard of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right. This is who they are, and that's
Okay.
that's who they are today.
So so European Jews are excluded from that.
No, they come from Esau. He was just about to have me read it.
Give me
Let me
Revelation
read
2 and 9. Give me Revelation 2 and 9. Hey, you give me Obadiah. Give me Obadiah first, though. Give me that.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1.
it. You don't want this Genesis?
Verse
Yep.
1.
I want the Revelations 2 and 9.
Okay,
The
Revelation.
vision of Obadiah.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Edom.
So that would be your biblical name, Esau, the so-called white race. And when we say these things, we ain't, we're just reading the
Right.
Bible.
Hey, you guys are peaceful out here. I'm not shutting you
Okay,
down. I'm
cool.
just trying to have a conversation.
We have
Okay.
heard a rumor from the Lord.
Right.
An ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Read.
Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Right for the Lord is against that race, right? Read on.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
So you can distinguish who this race is because he's got a negative birth rate. All the nationalities on the earth got a positive birth rate, but the so-called Esau, Edomite, Caucasian has a negative birth rate. He made you small among the heathen. Read.
Thou art greatly despised.
He's greatly despised. Read.
The pride of thy heart hath deceived
And
thee.
that's what it is. It's the pride of your people. Because you can't just take people and put them in slavery. You can't take people, rape, rob, murder, then call them niggas, look down upon them. Your pride has deceived. We are the gods of the earth. We're just better than you. Read.
No, that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock.
Right, they came from the clefts of the rocks. Everybody know that's why they call them Caucasians, because they
Mount
call
Seir.
them
Yeah.
Caucasus Mountains. Read.
Whose habitation is high,
All the high skyscrapers, right? Read,
that saith in his heart,
right?
who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's your attitude. Nobody can stop me. Read.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Though thou exalt thyself as what?
As the eagle.
As the who?
As the eagle.
No, we put that in there.
As the eagle.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. Read.
Though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Yeah, try to get to outer space and plant your flag on the moon. What the Lord say?
Thence will I bring thee down.
No, they gonna be okay.
Thence will I bring thee down.
No, they gonna live forever.
Thence will I bring thee down.
The Lord's gonna destroy this place, man. He's gonna destroy the pride of Esau. So that's for what you did. That's just justice, man. Give me that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter.
Sorry, sir. Can I
Go
interrupt
ahead.
you for a second? So I'm still stuck up on the we here. I'm still stuck up on it.
We give me
Yeah.
Genesis 25 and
No,
23.
can I just continue for 1 second? If that's all right with you.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I'm gonna
man.
get it. Go Genesis
Yeah, get Genesis 25 and 23.
Okay.
because he gonna answer it.
So, here on this earth, right? You're talking about retribution in the afterlife. We can get there in a second. I kind of understand what you're saying. I've read Revelation a couple times. Probably haven't read it often enough, right? Here in this earth, obviously there's a power imbalance. If I meet any person in a certain situation, right, as a professional police officer, right? But one would hope that I would treat anyone that I encountered as an individual, listen to their side of the story, do justice as far as justice can go on this earth, right? You might think there maybe isn't a lot of justice in this earth, right? That's what I would hope you would think, right? That I would treat everyone as an individual, right? Just as I would hope you would treat me as an individual. I would hope that the God who's
Hold on,
better
let
than
me-
all of us would treat all
Let me
of us
interrupt
as
you real
individuals.
quick. Well, honestly, why should I expect that of you?
Why should you expect it?
Yeah.
I'm saying you
With
should
your
hope.
with the history,
With the
with the history
With
of the police officers and brutality against my people.
Okay.
I think that's an unfair thing that I should just trust you. Why?
What about an
you
African
gotta?
American police officer?
I don't trust him either.
Okay. And so that seems to be an institutional rather than a racial.
No, it's not institutional. It's just common sense, man. You
Okay.
know, lions hang with lions, giraffes hang with giraffes, zebras hang with zebras,
Okay.
and you should hang with your own people.
So you don't believe in interracial marriage?
No, absolutely not.
Deuteronomy 7 and
But guys,
3. Let me just say
I-
this before you
sure,
go, though, because I don't want
can
you to
read
run
it.
up.
Yeah, but we're
Deuteronomy
not
7
gonna be
and
able to
3.
come ground in it.
We knew that.
Yeah, sure.
We knew that. We was just.
I appreciate you giving
Right.
your opinion.
No, we gave Bible. See, that's the thing. Right. You sat here and heard this Bible. You didn't hear our opinions.
Said you believed in the
Okay.
Bible.
You heard the Bible. You said you believed in it.
Yeah, and you just gave me your interpretation. Of something.
Interpretation.
Yes.
Okay, so
Or
what
read-
does this mean? What does this mean?
Okay.
This is Deuteronomy 7 and 2. Shalt thou make marriages with them? Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son,
Right.
nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy sons, for they will turn away thy sons from following me. Now, that's God telling
The Israelites not to intermingle, not because of skin color like America likes to talk about, but because you would turn us into following
false gods, the other nations.
Okay.
If I mess with a Chinese woman, I might worship Buddha. If I deal with a so-called white woman, I'd be worshiping white Jesus. And there is no such thing as white Jesus in this book. But Jesus is described thoroughly over and over in this book that you claim to believe. And I know I'm not going to be able to get to show you the scripture where it just describes Jesus to a T. Like, you know, like when someone asks you what he looked for and you got to write it down and
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? This is what's given in this book. And it probably was never given to you in Catholic school. But if we read it
Yeah.
Out of this book, would you buy it?
Would
or
I
would
buy
it be,
it?
I'm saying, would you believe it, or would it be our interpretation, or whatever?
But there is a New Testament which is all about reconciliation, right?
I'm going to go to the New Testament and
Okay.
get it.
Give me Revelation 1 and 14, please.
Guys, I have to work. Okay, I appreciate you guys
being out here.
Okay. So what I just read,
Yeah.
does that sound like God's against interracial marriage or what?
As I said, guys, I'm at work. I can't get into theology. I represent the city of South Bend. Okay. I was
get
trying
you.
to have a dialogue with you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. That's fine. But
And
we already know.
We won't be able to agree.
We
but
know the spirit.
Yeah.
We already know the spirit.
Okay.
Two different spirits.
Yeah.
He was about to read it to you. This from the womb.
Yeah, let them read it so you can understand.
This is from the womb. Esau and
He's gonna
Jacob
tell you
in
the
the womb.
birth of you.
The birth of your
Existence.
people and the birth of my people at the
As
same
I said,
time.
guys, I have to work. Totally respect what you guys
That's
are
cool.
doing.
That's cool.
You guys
That's
have
cool.
a good day.
That's cool.
You know, hope to see you guys out here again. Sorry that, we couldn't come to some sort of common ground at
No,
least
you don't have
on
to. First of
my
all, you don't have to
professional stuff.
apologize, and you don't mean that stuff anyway. You're a grown man. You know what you believe in, and that's okay. We
Oh,
know
sure.
what we believe
Oh, no,
in.
absolutely. I'm just
And
saying,
that's okay.
in terms of policing in South Bend, I'm sorry that we couldn't come to a little bit more common ground.
Oh, you mean the police about the policing?
Exactly.
Oh, that's gonna always be that way. You
I get
know that.
I get that.
You know that. Most police officers became police officers about what happened in their past.
Right.
When they had to deal with those inner city schools and whatnot, playing basketball, playing football. When it came to women, when it came to some of us are very disrespectful, just like some of your people very disrespectful. And them the ones you keep in mind that made you turn to that perception of us as a whole because of that experience that you had way back when. And it's pretty much that I'm gonna say 85%.
Okay,
I'm gonna
well,
say
I
85%.
think people join professions for all sorts of reasons. I'm sure that there are some people. The 85% that's a number you're throwing out there. I certainly can't say that.
Well, news and media
people-
back me up. History back me up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If we could pull up the news right now somewhere in this country. One of your guys is killing somebody that look like me right now. And all we got to do is Google it. Just say news right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're in a world of information.
Sure. Well,
You know what I mean?
I'm very happy where I am. I respect the people
Me
that I
too,
work with.
me
I
too.
like my city as well, even though there's plenty of problems.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
My grandfather was one of you
what's your
guys.
first name,
My
sir?
grandfather was one of you guys.
was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Retired, 2-time retiree.
Was he in South Bend, or?
Yeah, in South Bend, Sheriff's
Okay.
Department.
What was his
my
name?
mother's father.
Even y'all.
Hey,
What was his name?
Randolph.
Randolph. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, sir. I'm now. Nice to meet you guys. Okay. Good luck to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They tried, man, but it is what it is, you know. He know
didn't
who
hear it.
he
He
is.
didn't hear it,
You know what I'm
so,
saying? I'm not
yeah.
gonna play that game with him. You know,
He didn't hear
it is what it is. You know,
Prideful, man.
you know, he just, silly Negroes.
Yeah.
That was his old attitude. You silly Negroes.
Yeah.
That was his
This
old
is
posture.
He
That
was
was his
cut
old
up, man.
posture.
Yeah.
He was cut to the core.
Yeah, he know it. You know what I'm
He was
saying?
super cut.
First he believed, then they don't believe. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I mean, it is. That's why I say they're gonna attack this book. They're gonna attack this book. We're gonna have to hide the book. We're gonna be seeing the book of Eli playing out on this earth. You know what I mean?